Welcome to We Talk Money. I'm your host, Robert Gignac, author of the international bestseller, Rich is a State of Mind. And when you think about your money, personal finances, planning for the future, have you ever wondered, why isn't there just a recipe for how to figure this out? Well, if you have, you're in luck, because today my guest is Gordon Stein, and he's author of Cashflow Cookbook. Gordon, welcome to the show.
Oh, terrific. Thanks so much. Great to be here, Robert.
Now, there are a lot of books on personal finance. I know, I wrote one too. So why this book?
Well, a great question. I think when you read a lot of these personal finance books, and many of them start off with the idea of saving 10% of your income, and when I talk to a lot of Canadians, they say, I don't have the 10%. Okay. Where's the 10% come from? I've got my kids' hockey gear, I got groceries, I need a roof repair. And so I thought, why isn't there a book that tells you where exactly to go to find that 10%? What are some of these tricks and hacks in everyone's budget that can free up that cash either to pay down debt or for investment?
Now, I've read the book, love the book, but I'm interested in what got you started in this process.
Well, I had no intention of writing the book, and what actually got me started was a friend was in my car, and he looked at my console, and he plucked out this car wash receipt for $13. And he said, why would you spend money on car washes? And I thought, well, it's $13, I'm not going to wash my car a couple times a week. And he said, no, you want to get one of these, gas cards, and you save up the points, and then you fill them in and all this kind of thing. I thought, I'm not going to do that for $13. And then someone got me onto the SO Speed Pass, the little plastic thing, and boom, it's easier to pay for your gas, and you're saving the points automatically. So I haven't bought a car wash now in 3 years, and I thought that was awfully easy, $25 a month.
So in short, you got car washes for money you were spending anyway.
That's right, for free. And so then I got one for my spouse, and so now there's $50 a month. Then I heard one of these home alarm monitoring, for $9.99 on the radio, and I thought, I'm paying $35, so let's get that done. So there was $75. I thought it was so easy, no sacrifice. And then I said, what else is there? So I spent the next couple of years gathering up the best of these ideas in a big spreadsheet, and that's how the book got started.
Well, one of my favorites in the book is the recipe about storage lockers.
Yes.
So tell our viewers a little bit about that.
Well, you see storage lockers now popping up everywhere, and they seem to be getting ever nicer and ever more elaborate. And when you think about what people store in them, oftentimes they've had a divorce or they've downsized. And the gear that they put in there, if you had to actually try and sell it, if you've had that experience, you can't get anything for it. And meanwhile, they're paying $200, $300, $400 a month for storage. And if you think about the storage lockers, if you're spending $150 a month storing gear that really has no value, but you're attached to it, if you were to invest that over 30 years, you would end up with about $180,000, which means you double what the average Canadian has just by getting rid of a storage locker and selling the gear. If you need it again, buy it on Kijiji.
And many of us have been in a position where we've been storing goods for parents or grandparents who've passed away, and at the end of the day, nobody wants their stuff.
Well, it probably has even less value, right?
And the costs continue to mount the longer we want to keep that in storage ongoing.
And that's money that could be paying down debt. It's money that could be investing and working for you.
There are 60 recipes in the book.
Right.
And during our time today, we're not going to have a chance to cover all of them.
We could stay late.
We could stay late, but we've got a distinct time limit on the show. But what I'd like to do at this point is we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and talk about two of the favorite ones I have from the book, and continue our discussion about Cashflow Cookbook.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
A staggering 40% of all majorly injured patients in Windsor-Essex are impaired by alcohol or marijuana. When you go out, it is your responsibility to make plans for a sober ride home. Designate a sober driver, call a taxi, or use public transit. The choice is yours. Drive sober, get home safe. Or the next ride you get might not be taking you home.
Absolutely. Perfect. Welcome back to We Talk Money. My guest today is Gordon Stein, author of Cashflow Cookbook, and we've been talking about recipes to help make your personal financial life easier and make you richer along the process. Now, Gordon, I'm a dedicated snacker, love junk food. The recipe on snacking in the book really intrigued me. Tell our viewers more.
Well, it got inspired. There was a woman I worked with, and every morning meeting, I'd see her with a big, $6 latte, and then another one at 11:30. And then in the afternoon was a can of pop and a bag of chips. And so you do the math on it, it's about $16 a day of snacking, if you want to call it that. which is about $320 a month. A friend of mine in the car business said I could get her into a brand new Civic for that. So you've got somebody spending all this money on this snacks and junk food, be enough to cover a car lease. And the incredible thing was this company had a beautiful Starbucks coffee machine for free in the cafeteria.
Right. And, rather than take advantage of that, running havoc with their personal finances potentially, because you have to know the whole story all the time. And that's something we always need to take into consideration. It's rarely one single thing in isolation, right?
Well, that one thing, $300 a month, that would, over a 30-year career, give her $360,000 towards her retirement.
Wow.
Just drinking the company coffee.
That would be an excellent nest egg to have going into retirement as well.
Fantastic, yeah.
So one of the things I share with people all the time is that the real world is not on Facebook. And because of that, and we think it's the real world for a lot of people, we have this fear of missing out. And so one of my favorite recipes in the book was about the lifestyle takeout container. So tell our viewers more.
Yeah, at the end of each section in Cashflow Cookbook, we've got the takeaway container, and it summarizes all the ideas throughout the chapter, what the total savings are, and what that'd be worth to you over 10, 20 years. So the lifestyle container, we talked a little bit about things like travel and how to do that cheaper, how to get video programming cheaper.
Oh, nice.
Things right across the board in terms of reading and magazines and all of these different ideas that can save significantly and free up money, again, to pay down debt or to increase investment.
Now, our viewers out there are watching us who are going, this all sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
What is something you wish that our viewers knew about you and about the book that they don't know?
Well, I think the big thing with the book, Cashflow Cookbook, is it's about making really small changes, low effort, low sacrifice things that make a really big difference. I'm very concerned about Canadians and where they're at from a wealth perspective in terms of their savings, their investment, their financial security. And here's simple, easy ways that anyone can implement. So that's the big thing about the book. And for me, I've spent a career, sales and marketing in the high-tech field, and now I'm switching gears. I really want to give back and I want to help Canadians.
Nice. Now, I know you would like our viewers to find out more. I would certainly like our viewers to find out more. How do we learn more about Cashflow Cookbook, and where can we get copies of the book?
Fantastic. You can just go to cashflowcookbook.com, and there's the blog posts, there's all kinds of different financial ideas, there's calculators, there's everything that you need, and you can order Cashflow Cookbook, not surprisingly, on cashflowcookbook.com.
Gordon, it's been great to have you as a guest on the show today. Thank you for being here.
Terrific. Thanks so much, Robert.
This has been another episode of We Talk Money. You can catch up on past episodes at we-tv.ca. And as always, we're looking for questions from you, the viewer, that we can answer. If you've got an idea for an upcoming episode or somebody you'd like to see us feature on the show, please let us know. And as always, thank you for watching.